Hello Horde, and welcome to a brand new series on a new game called Robocraft. I saw this video, I saw a video on another person's channel, and I thought this game looks like the type of game that I'd enjoy. It annoys some people when other YouTubers do that, they take other people's games, but I honestly do like games where you build and games where you set up colonies and help them survive. Games like that. And this is one of them where you build and fight. Robocraft is a really cool game on Steam and it's for free. So definitely type Robocraft in to the internet and pick up the game for free. Basically, you build a robot and you fight. It's simple as every time you fight, you gain a bit of experience, which you can use to in the tech tree. You get experience, which you can use in the tech tree to unlock new upgrades, and you also get experience points, which you can then use to buy these blocks. A lot of people say that it's pay to win, but that is definitely not true. The longer you play, like most games, the longer you play, the more of these points you accumulate, and the more you can spend on your machine. So, without building a new robot, which I'm going to do in a sec, I'm going to go straight into the action so that you know what the game is about. So basically, you build a robot, and you fight. You're actually given a robot in your slot 1 to begin with, and basically this is just an edited version of it. So you'll have a robot in your slot 1, and you'll have a bit in your slot 2. Like I've got there. But what I suggest is that instead of when you first start the game, don't go straight into building because you don't have enough money, and it's just gonna you end up either spending your own money if you can't be bothered. So basically, you spend your money to level. You spend real money on this game if you want to level up faster. But if you don't, you just play the game and you level up gradually. So let's go straight into this without talking too much. So I haven't named a robot, but let's load and let's get started. So press E, battle. So basically, wait for a server and then you join. Your robot is ranked in a tier, so tier 1 to 10. Obviously, 1 being the more crappy robots, 10 being the ones with all the amazing equipment. Although I've played this game for about 5 hours, so you probably noticed a large quantity of money in the corner of my screen. Although I've played it for hours, I've been playing on tier 1. This is because, obviously, for those of you who haven't realised, I'm not very good at games, and tier 1 is obviously where all the noobs will start. So, because I've been on for ages, I've upgraded my robot slightly, so it's a lot better than the noobs robot, so it can take them down easy. So usually, if I'm one-on-one on a robot, I can easily take it down, because I've got tier 2 guns. Okay, so like I explained, let's go back to explaining the game. So basically, you build a robot. It can either have wheels, it can fly, or it can do both. And then you put weapons on it to shoot. And basically, what you do is you fight like this. Obviously, you fight a lot better than me. And then you die. Once you die, basically, you just tab out. Well, not tab out. You press escape, end game, and then you join another game. It's simple as. I like it how you don't actually have to wait to the end. So what happens when the game ends is you get a certain amount of points. You also get a tech token sometimes. Tech tokens can be used, like I said earlier, as experience to unlock new things. Now, level 1 tech tokens can only unlock tier 2. Then, once you've built a tier 2 robot with enough stuff, then it classes as tier 2. Then, once you've win stuff with that tier 2 robot, you'll earn tier 2 tokens. And that's what you use to buy free. It shows that you can't just have a tier 1 robot and rank it up, really, and basically bum it for ages and basically got all good stuff. So how it works is that you build a robot, and if you look at the bottom of my screen, right at the bottom, you'll notice like a chart, and it says tier 1 to 10. If I keep placing blocks on, it'll eventually go to 2. Obviously, tier 2 robots will be people who actually know how to play the game now, since tier 1 robots are usually the noobs. Although sometimes you do get actually the pro people with actually really good weapons. I'm probably going to play a few more games before I build the tier 2 robot. And that's really it for the game. Basically, you build a robot and you fight. So yeah, I made sure that this robot stayed at tier 1, like I was saying earlier, so that I was fighting with the rest of the noobs, so that I had a more advantage. Obviously, now and again, you do actually. Majority of the time, they're not actually noobs. Usually, people like me who thought the same idea. I'll build a tier 1 robot and try and have a higher chance of fighting worse players. Although, yeah, it's not very, like you say, wholesome way of doing it. So it's not really fair way of fighting. But it gets you a lot of points quickly. Obviously, tier, like you saw, the tier tokens, I've accumulated like 400 odd, and I can't use them because obviously I need to make a tier 2 one now, and these points will never be used ever. But although those tokens for upgrading can't be used, the ones for actually buying the parts can be. So this is quite a good way of quickly getting a lot of money. Although I can't see why you can't just get a tier 2 one and then fight same. Here we go. You've just got a higher chance of finding people like this who aren't the best and just are completely annihilating them. There you go. So as soon as the guns are gone, they can't really fight back. You'll notice that these brown ones, the brown ones are tier 2 armor, so they're stronger armor. My guns are actually all tier 2, but because I don't have as many guns or as many blocks as a tier 2 robot, I'm not actually classed as a tier 2, even though I'm quite strong. You'll notice that some people will have really high guns, but a tiny robot. So basically, they're like snipers. I call them snipers anyway, because they can one-shot you and you blow up. But if you get anywhere near them, you can basically annihilate them. So basically, you've got to think about that when you're in tier 1. You've got to think about how much armor you want for your guns. So are you going to be one of them people who drive straight in and have a lot of armor so you can't get damaged as easy, or are you going to be one who sit back and sniper with a high-powered like laser plasma gun? The aim of the game is actually to capture the base, or oh my god, what the hell was that? Oh, this is a new thing on the game where you can target players, so target enemies. The aim of the game is obviously to capture the other person's base. It's really confusing because I'd see the red as the enemy, or to win like we just did is to kill everybody. So either kill everybody or capture the other person's base. I'm gonna have one more game and then I'm gonna build a new ship. So like again, every time you fight, you get a certain amount of RP earned, and you get a certain amount of tech tokens. Obviously, because I did really well then and took someone out, I actually got more tech tokens. Every time you have a fight, you will get damaged, and you have to pay for repairs with your RP. So usually it says you will always earn more than you actually need to repair. The problem that you could have is that if you self-destruct, so if I press escape now, you'll understand what self-destruct, it basically means quit, because you've tipped over. You have to, look, if I press escape now, oh, I can't yet. Let's wait till the game starts, and I'll demonstrate. I'm not actually going to press escape. And you'll see the warning message. So I press escape, it says self-destruct. It destroys 25% of my robot. That either means, I think 25% either gets permanently deleted. I've never actually pressed it and I never want to. Either gets permanently deleted, or it might mean that I won't earn enough money to actually fully repair it if I self-destruct. As you just saw there, I did a little bounce. That's something you can get later on. Now that I've talked about the game pretty much, and you understand what you gotta do, I'll explain what you can do, because obviously look, this robot here is obviously the starting one. I think it might have actually better guns on it, I don't know. So this is actually the starting one. It's obviously got a few like slight edits to it. So what you do is, I would suggest that you do when you first start is Get your tier 1 one. Don't make a new one because you won't have enough money to make anything nearly as good as that tier 1 one like the gear. And basically just keep upgrading it. So save up for new guns, save up for more guns. Because every time you kill someone, every time you even do a tiny bit of damage, you do actually earn RP points. So RP is like the XP type thing. I'm going to go into building later on. But basically, you have actually a limit of, obviously, what you can put on. Guns, these guns that I have on now are worth 12. The old starter guns that you get are worth 10 each. Obviously, the blocks are worth 1, and you only can make a certain amount. So it is... I like to try and go straight in and try and take as many people that can out, because obviously you get a lot of RP, and you get a lot of... and you die quicker, so you can quickly get back. Wow, I'm actually just owning people. Wow, it's actually a really good game. There's the last person. Oh god. Oh no, he might have actually been in. As you can see, this is what I was talking about earlier. This is someone who actually has probably tier 3 or 4 stuff. And a really strong gun as well. Higher than the starter ones. But because it's so high, he has to remove a lot of blocks like he has. He's only got a small ship. Which means if I was an enemy, I'd find it easy to kill him if I were close range, but he's obviously be able to snipe me from a distance. So like he's doing now, he can one-shot people. But it just so he can deal a lot of damage, but he can't take a lot of damage. Like I was saying, this is my last game for now, and I'm gonna make a tier 2 one. We're actually going to capture it. As you can see, the blue one is the enemy capture, which is really confusing because I actually thought you'd assume it'd be red, but it's not. Obviously, the blue is how far your base has been taken, and the red is how far you have taken the enemy's base. We're just about to win because we're on the platform, and there we go, we won. So I'm going to build a tier 2 one and explain a bit more about the actual building element of this game. It's a really cool game. I do really recommend it.